Yo, it's your boy Superb. We're back in another video. Today I wanted to do a simple video, like do something like kind of easy in a way, do something like nice. I can just chill, relax, don't have to be screaming all the time. And I decided to do a tier list. I was initially gonna do a Marvel tier list, but I just haven't seen like enough of the movies to do like a proper list. So I was thinking, why not do anime? Because I've seen so many anime, so many manga. I say so many manga. I've seen like four, but I've seen enough anime to the point where like I could actually do a proper tier list. So this is gonna be the video for today. So the tiers I have here are S, A, B, C, D, and then trash. And then I'll put obviously shows I haven't seen or haven't finished off enough of to judge yet. So the first anime we got here is Evangelion, Neon Genesis Evangelion. I only watched this kind of recently. Like recently, I say recently, like now it's 7 months. Wow. Time has flown, but yeah, 7 months. This was one of the coolest shows I think I've ever seen. Like, it's so confusing. It's so different. Yeah, like you can tell this is like the originator of like mecha, and it's like you can tell a lot of stuff comes from this anime. Like you can tell it's like the OG show when you watch it. There's something about it. The universe is interesting. All the characters are cool. The plot was just crazy. The ending, don't even get me started on what that ending was. I'm telling you, still to this day, I've watched videos, I still don't know what it means. I have no clue what that ending means. Yet, it felt magical. Like it felt like I was seeing peak fiction, and I had no clue what was going on. The music was good as well. I'm just trying to think of everything. The animation, for it being an old show, it was still pretty good. Like this came out in the early 90s or something, and it was still a really good show. So yeah, if I have to give it a score out of all of these, it's definitely, I want to say S tier, honestly, but I might put it in A for now. Kind of like, I might put it in A. It was a really good show. I liked it a lot. I gave it 9 out of 10. Haikyuu, yeah, haven't seen that yet. Erased. Oh my god, how this show, it was going so well until like the last like 2-3 episodes. This one hurt. After how bait and how obvious it was who the actual killer was, bro, it became so predictable. Like the ending was okay. Like the actual ending itself, obviously I'm gonna be spoiling some shows in this, so spoiler alerts, blah blah blah. But obviously the whole plan and stuff, that stuff was cool. I thought that plan was cool and everything. But I don't know, just after you find out who the killer was and they make it so obvious, like they literally put him in a car, he starts talking all weird, like bro, come on man. It should have been better. It was really good, like literally the mystery the whole way through. You're thinking, was there a parent? Was it the teacher? Wait, was it someone else now? And every single episode was a cliffhanger. I remember that one where the guy steps on the bus. When the guy steps on the bus and it ends, oh my god, bro, no. This show, it was literally like, it was up here. Honestly, it was up here for me when it was like at its good. But because of the ending, I'm leaning to like a B or a C right now. I don't lie. I'll leave it a B. I'll leave it a B for now. But this show, this is a good show as well to put someone on like anime, because it's not weird. It's like just a normal mystery, kind of like detective like show, and everyone loves that stuff. Next is Boruto. Now Boruto. I haven't seen enough of Boruto to really comment. Like I've seen the stuff in like in Baryon mode. I've seen stuff to do Ishiki. I've watched up to the Momoshiki arc, like the end of it. So if I was gonna rate on that, I would give it like a C. But I feel like I haven't seen enough of Boruto in general to really like give my own opinion. I want to read the manga though. I want to pick up the manga like really soon, because excuse me, every single time a chapter drops, I'm hearing about the craziest spoilers and like how everything's just so fire and it's building up to stuff. So yeah, if I was basing off the Momoshiki stuff, C tier for sure. I'll say C. No, it's not good enough to be B, because the filler in there, that fucking rip off. Oh, what's the name again? It wasn't the Hidden Mist or the Seven Ninjas, the Seven Swordsmen. That rip-off stuff, that shit was so boring, bro. It was cool to see Stardust Sharingan, but that shit was so boring. But yeah, I haven't seen enough, so I'm gonna leave it here. This, what is this? I have no, I guess we're about to find out together. I didn't even know I could do this. This is cool. What is this? This ain't Hatsune Miku. What is this? Babylon. I've never heard of this anime before. I have no clue, so okay. I'm just gonna go there. One Piece. Slam. Now, One Piece, I haven't watched enough of it. I started it, but because if you were like watching my last video, I mentioned how I was like on a break from anime for like 6 months. Literally, I'm in Skypiea. Like, I'm in Skypiea. This is episode, I want to say 140 to 160, around the area. I want to say that's where I am. Yeah, I just didn't get to continue because I literally just did not watch no anime for so long. One Piece, yeah, kinda, this shit's S tier, bro. Oh my god, bro. I don't even care if I'm not even like an 8 into the show. Bro, every character is so fire. Like, everyone has such a sad backstory. The best character is Sho Zoro. He's the most mid backstory out of all of them. But he just makes up for it for just being such a real ass nigga, bro. He's so bad, bro. I love Zoro. Nah, I need such a Zoro, bro. Oh my god. Zoro. Look at this man. Look at him. Bro, look at him. He's just a real nigga. Look at his smile. Literally, what, episode 5, I think, is when he gets introduced. He gets introduced a whole lot earlier than I thought he would be. When he comes in, from literally a second that he joins Luffy's team, real nigga. The most real out of everyone in the show. Sanji, when he leaves his group, that shit hits so hard, bro. Nami's Arlong Park, that arc was so fire. Arlong Park was so sick. Then you get Alabasta right after, when everything's going down and the countdown, bro. Nah, it's so fire. I would say the weakest thing about it was sometimes the pacing is a little weird. And I'll say that the worst arc was like what's his name? Usopp's arc. But I like the arc a lot. Like, I would still give like a B, but it did at times tend to like drag a little bit and stuff like that. But so far, while watching the show, yeah, kind of like, it's in my top 10. Like, it's literally in my top 10. And I haven't even seen the best stuff yet. So like, Skypiea, it drags in some parts, but when it gets to the good stuff, it is fire. It is so sick. Eneru, how you say his name, the lightning nigga, fire. He's such a cool character. I love him. But yeah, I didn't even talk about the music. The OSTs in this show, they're dun. That brings too much. When Usopp, Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy are walking to, I'm like, no! Bro, he gives it a hat, and nobody is allowed to touch that. No, this show is too fire. If you just want to, I don't even know what to say. This show is so fire. Like, yes, it is very, very long, but trust me, if you give it enough time, it's worth it. Past the first arc a bit, because some people didn't like it. I liked it off rip. Like, I thought the first arc was interesting as hell, seeing Luffy, but when you get to the second arc, I don't know where that is. I want to say like 20 episodes in, it gets a whole lot better. Like, it picks up a whole lot more really, really quickly. One Piece, one of the best things I've ever seen. Like, I should have started it earlier, but I thought it was too long. But here I am now, just praising it, and I'm only like 100-some episodes in. Peak fiction right here, bro. Okay, next is Slam Dunk. I literally just started this. Like, like last week. I'm on chapter 4, I want to say, or 5. Like, literally nothing's happened yet. Like, they haven't even started playing basketball yet. I know this is gonna go straight to the top whenever I do pick it up, because I love Kuroko. And I hear this is literally just like more realistic, has high to do with like levels with Kuroko, and the characters are amazing. Like, the arts, you can see right there, the art looks beautiful. So yeah, I have to put it here for now, but for sure when I finish it, it'll definitely be in the S tier. Next is Parasyte. This, I'm gonna just put it, I think. This, for how short it was Like I say, it's short, it was like 30 episodes, but I swear to you, like, out of some of the anime I've watched, this is like one of the most complete stories I feel like I've ever witnessed just before. Shinji, the main character, his development, fire. Goes from being like human to turning into a monster, and turn back into like human again, and like back into a monster or some shit. And then like he goes halfway, and his hair reflects it and everything. Like it's so good. Migi, the hand, funny ass nigga, bro. I loved Migi. His whole character development too, where he becomes more human. Like, bro, everything was so good. The music, some of the most underrated OSTs I've ever heard in like anime, just anything. The music is so fire. The fight scenes are high. The way he has to strategize to beat these like other parasites as well. It's funny at times too. The deaths are sad, bro. Y'all niggas know that one girl that dies in that one building? Yeah. That shit hurt. That shit actually hurt, bro. I didn't even know her that well, but it just hurt to see her go like that. This show, fire. I have it as like a 9.5. Like it's so good. Like I'm trying to like compare or like give an example to like what I would say about it. It's almost like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood for me in a way, where it's a show that like literally anyone could watch. Like it's like vanilla. It's like anyone can like it. Everyone likes vanilla. That's how I see the show. I think the show is literally so good. I might move it down to A at some points, but this is a show like this, Erased, and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Those are the shows, like some shows that everyone should watch. If you're trying to put someone on anime, maybe not Parasyte first, but that should definitely be one of the earlier ones for sure. Next. I haven't seen Vagabond yet. Kingdom. I want to read Vagabond. Vagabond was gonna be my next thing before Slam Dunk, but I just liked Kuroko so much. I wanted like a new sports thing, so yeah, that's why I'm not. Let's move on. Kingdom, again, I wanted to read. It was literally between Slam Dunk, Vagabond, and Kingdom, and I decided to read this because this is the shortest one out of all of them. And again, sports. Cowboy Bebop. I'm so hurt that I haven't seen this one yet. Like, I know this is going up and like everyone loves it. I just have not seen this yet, bro. Like, I know it's good. Okay, let me go back to Jojo. Jojo. The most unique show I've watched. Tied for the best soundtrack I've seen. The most enjoyable show I've watched. Like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, this I'm so annoyed that to be dishonest against JoJo. Like I've been a JoJo fan for like a year or two now, like for a while. But JoJo, I don't have words to explain. It is so unique. JoJo is so fire. All the characters crazy. Like every single character is, and I know this is part one, but I'm not gonna put part one any lower than the rest of the parts. I love part one, okay? People hate it, say it's slow, say it's boring. When it gets to get to part two, I like part one a lot. I literally love it. Jonathan's just a real guy, bro. Like after all the Dio did to him, steal the first kiss from his girlfriend. What do you do? He got his dog killed. He literally basically like almost made him an outcast to his own family. Like his dad basically didn't like him. He was poisoning his father. Like, bro, he did so much. And Jonathan always like, he was always trying his best. He always tried to see the good in Dio. Like he always like tried to, just bro, he's so good, man. Like I love Jonathan. Jonathan just did work. He did work and he was a real ass nigga. When he, spoiler alert, died, bro, that shit it was sad. Even Dio was sad. Like this nigga Dio, it was evil incarnate. This guy was the Michael Myers of anime, and he felt sad. Like he was actually sad that Jonathan died. When he comes back to life in the later parts, he literally respects him so much. Like respects his body. Like, bro, JoJo, different. People want to say it's gay, colored, has too much dialogue or like narration in the fights, blah blah blah. Nigga, shut the fuck up, bro. This shit is so beautiful. It's so stylish. Oh my god, the style. The style is so good. Oh my god, the way that David Productions, they switch the colors, like, bro. Honestly, Jojo is one of the greatest things ever made. Like, it's literally up there with the creation of the world. I don't even care. This shit beautiful. Next, Megalo Box. Have not seen this. Like, I know it was really big when it came out. Like, it wasn't really big, but like people were hyping it up, saying it was actually like cool. The art style was like a 90s aesthetic, but I just haven't seen it yet. So unfortunately, you're going there. Jojo, Stardust Crusaders. Don't get me started with the introduction of stands, bro. Stands. The best, for me, the best power system in anime. That, oh my god. The way the stands can reflect the user, like the user's inner desires and the way they are. Like Dio stands, Giorno stand, White Album. I'm just naming some ones that I like a lot. Like, bro, stands are so fire. They're so sick. They're just so cool. Like Jojo stand is so like, oh, the way he has his butt, bro, he's so manly looking. Now I'm so like I like men or something. But like, bro, it's so like they're so manly, but it's so good. Like it's so hard for me to explain Jojo without going into like a 10-hour conversation about it. So I'll try to keep it so short. But literally, stands, they're so fire. The designs are always good. The designs are literally always good for stands. This arc or this part, having to fight Dio versus Jojo, one of the best fights in anime, easily one of the best. It's in my top 5. I'm trying to think what else comes into the parts. There's some cool fights, like the one with the guy with the cards, Darby. That fight was cool as hell. Even though it was like the one fight that wasn't actually a fight. The music in JoJo, especially in this part too, crazy. Literally some of the best I've ever heard. JoJo is just above. It's literally a step above everything else. And this shit came out like in the 80s and the 90s, bro. Like, it's crazy how good it still is today. Next is Devilman Crybaby. I don't even need to talk too much about this one. Devilman Crybaby. Oh, I put it in JoJo. No, not JoJo. Relax. Devilman Crybaby. Yeah, this show. I'm not gonna spoil the death. Like, I know I said I'll spoil, but I'm not trying to spoil just in case people who haven't seen it yet. But the person who dies near the end of the show, I've never felt more pain to a character like that ever. Like, I've seen characters from shows like Naruto die, you know, let me look at these shows, bro. Tokyo Ghoul, Dragon Ball, like I've seen, like Gurren Lagann, I've seen people die, but nothing, I mean literally nothing has hurt me more than seeing that specific character's death. That death hurt me. The way that they get inflicted, the wound gets inflicted, I felt that wound while watching. That's how the heartbreak, like, I'm not trying to spoil it, but that's how the heartbreak worked, bro. That's how it hurt. I felt like I just got impaired. Oh no, it hurt. It hurt so much. What can I say? Akira, this nigga looks so cool. I don't know if it's just me, but this nigga looks so cool after he got like his whole demon shit. Like, I love him. Akira, fire developments. Rio, fire character. I love Rio. The music, that Devilman OST, the Debiru Man no Uta, however it's called. That OST, yeah, that's for me one of the greatest ever. The guy who works in the music in this show did not miss a single beat. He also did, it's not here, but Ping Pong the Animation, another show that he did. The music is God's tier, bro. It's God's tier. If I was making a tier for music, it would literally be up here in the JoJo tier. I love the music in that show. The animation style, a lot of people I try to put on, try to say like it's a bit, you know, weird for them and they don't like it, but everyone who I have put on and I have enjoyed the show, they love it like wholeheartedly. They agree this is one of the greatest anime they've seen. I was so surprised as well because this is a Netflix anime. Like, it was one of the first ones. And the ones before that, I don't even think did that well or something. And then this comes out, start of the year, and it was anime of the year. Like, we had so many fire shows that year, but this came out like January, like early. And it was just fire. It was fire the whole way through. Like, I love them, man. I've watched this show, definitely one of the shows I've seen the most because it's only 10 episodes. Like, I've rewatched it like 4 or 5 times. Like, I like the show a lot. there's not too much to say about it. Like, yeah, animation, the music, the characters. I just love how it shows the messages behind this, or the messages behind like religion, how people would actually react to the situation like this. Kind of reminds me of like, in a way, like The Walking Dead, how people would react if the world went to shit like that. Devilman, such a fire show. Literally, the only warning I'll give for this show is that it's gory as hell. Like, it's gory, it's brutal, and there's nudity as well. You'll see that easily in the first episode. There's all of that in the first episode. But if you can bypass that is like an issue for you, pick it up. 10 episodes, you can finish it in literally one sitting. It is so fire. Man, the style of the show is so nice. I love the show. Fire. Peak fiction, bro. Great Pretender. Ever since Attack on Titan, like ever since I found out Attack on Titan, from what I've watched, these niggas don't miss. They're also doing this new show called Osama Ranking. I think it's called King of Kings in English or something. I'm on episode 4 or 5. Bro, this shit is so emotional. It's so fire. The main character, Budgie, one of them. He's such a... No, I love that guy, bro. I love him. No. I need to stop. I'm talking about that. Okay, Great Pretender. Art style, fire. The visuals in this show, they are so good. Like, they're so fire. The characters, all interesting. Like, every single one of them is interesting. They feel like real people. I forget the main character's name. It's been a while since I watched the show. But the main character's cool. That blonde guy, he was like French or something. He was cool. Oh, what's baby girl's? No, I know her name. It starts with an A. I'm gonna get mad. Fuck. But no, can't lie. I need to search a Great Pretender and find her. Abigail! Her name was Abigail. Oh my. Hey, yo. I have to fucking edit that part out then. Her? Yeah. This is wifey. Abigail, fire. I loved Abigail. Like, bro, everyone in the show, sick. The music, even though they played the same like song a lot of the times, it was like really like a good OST. It's like it never got boring. Like every time they played it never got boring. Only issue I had with this show was just the ending. The ending felt like really, like, as in, come on, like, it was like low key, it's kind of expected, but at the same time, it was like, it just didn't need to happen. But then I guess it is set up for the next season, so, it's whatever. So unless they have a good way of explaining what happens at the end of the show, like in the next season, whenever that comes, because it's been a while since it's come out, it'll go higher. If they explain it well, it'll go back to the status I gave it. But the way it is right now, yeah, I'll put an A. It's A tier for sure. What's next? Inazuma 11. Oh shit! I do not remember the show enough. Like, I do not remember the show enough to rank, and I wish I could, because I loved it as a kid. Like, from what I remember as a kid loving it, it would go in 80 for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I don't remember enough of it. Oh, Pokemon. I didn't even get into Pokemon. I don't even hate Pokemon like that, but man, Yu-Gi-Oh is better, bro. I don't even care. Pokemon, it's cool. Pokemon is good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. This it's just cool. Like, I don't know what to say. It isn't trash. Like, if I was gonna put it around, it's probably like C tier. It was okay, but yeah, fuck Pokemon. Dragon Ball. This is super. I have not seen Dragon Ball really. Tower of God. Yes. You can go there. Yeah. Tower of God. 2020. It is 2020, wasn't it? Last year, I want to say. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Tower of God. Out of like Tower of God, God of High School, and what was the other vampire one? I forget the name of the vampire show, but between these three shows, yeah, Tower of God is easily my favorite one. Like, God of High School, fire animation and everything, but the story was a bit whack. I'm hearing they skipped like hundreds of chapters or words of content or something in those easy like 12 episodes or something like that. That vampire one, I heard they literally didn't even like start from the beginning. They literally skipped like apparently the whole first like couple chapters or some shit. But Tower of God, the music, Loved the music. The music was just mystical and magical. The world, oh my god. I don't know what it is, even though we know almost nothing about the world building in this show. Like, I love it. Like, at the same time, it's literally show, not tell. There's so much like stuff that I can't wait to find out whenever they plan to do a new season of this. Please. These niggas need to hurry up and do a new season, bro. I've been waiting too long. There's been no confirmation. I'm pissed off. Because they didn't even get that they didn't get that much attention apparently. And I was thinking, how? This show was so fire. Some people hate this show. Some people think it's ass. And other people think it's amazing, like it's beautiful. And I think this show is so fire. The art style, amazing. Rachel was my favorite character that year. If I say favorite, she was up there. She was definitely up there. For female characters, she's one of my favorites easily. Loved Rachel. Kun. Oh my god, I loved him. He literally reminded me of Killua, and Killua is so fire. And he's just like a Killua and the Kurapika mix. Like, Kun was so sick. Bam. This a bitch ass nigga, honestly. No, I liked him. Even though it was simping for Rachel heavy. And I'm hearing after the events of the show that he still does for a while. Like, he doesn't believe her or something. Yeah, like that's a bit of a bitch mentality. You won't cap. Fancy a pabish. But the show was so sick. Like, I love the way, again, with the world, that it was really just show, not tell. Like, we don't know much about Bam, even though he showed like crazy power. He was able to pass like Shinsu walls easily and stuff like that. Yeah, it was nice. The characters, the story, just learning about the true intentions of a certain character and stuff. It's a really good show. I like it a lot. I want a season 2 so bad. If they don't announce season 2 like next year, I'm just gonna pick up the webtoon and just read it because I like that a lot. Like, fire ass fucking show. Psychopaths, unfortunately, have not seen this one, but I really want to. Hit the main antagonist in the first season is crazy. What's this? I'm about to find out. It looks like a Gantz art style. I don't think it is Gantz because I haven't seen like a motorbike. What's this? What is this? I've never heard of this before. Huh. Actually, never heard of this before. Okay. Okay then. So nice. Yeah, I haven't heard of this, so here it goes. You're Light in April. Haven't watched it. Top 10 opening of all time, though. This, I don't know what this is either. Let's find out too. No. Japan Sinks. I heard this was actually really good initially, but it fell off near the end or something. Really hard. And it was made by the guys who did Devilman, from what I heard, but I haven't checked it out, so I can't know. Dori Hidoro really wanted to get into this for such a long time, just haven't yet. This. That's Blue Lock. Fucking hell. Blue Lock. Oh my god. I'm behind. I'm so behind on Blue Lock. Like, I said I haven't watched anime for 6 months. I didn't read the manga for even longer than that. And Blue Lock, I'm on chapter, I feel like I'm around 100. I think that's where I'm around. Yeah, bro. When this drops, it's gonna be the biggest fucking sports anime, I swear to God, bro. This shit, if it's done right, if the animation studios does this right, and from the trailer, it looks like they are gonna do it right, it's gonna be one of the biggest shows that year, easily. One, for the people who love football, the animation, crazy, the hype. This is literally the most hype I've seen in a show. Like, over Kuroko. Kuroko to me was literally like a hype machine. And this has comes with better characters. It's football and has more hype. Like, bro, it's so crazy. Isagi, my favorite character. The GOAT. Isagi and Shido. Shido. When this guy comes onto the field, this guy's like the fucking mother of the show, bro. This does whatever he wants. I love this show so much. Bachira, the dribbling guy. Oh, it's been so long. There's a really fast guy who moves like the speed of light and shit. But they don't have superpowers. It's just like over-exaggeration, but it's so fire. Isagi, his brain, when you guys watch the show next year, you guys will see that hype. And the moments Isagi has. No, I love Isagi. He's so fire. Blue Lock, literally one of the best manga I've read. Even though I've only read a few, still one of the best things I've read, bro. I love it. One Punch Man, yeah. There's no really debate about that one. I'm reading the manga, again, behind for this too. Not much to say, honestly. Art, some of the greatest I've ever seen. Characters, all amazing. In the show, the music was fire. Season 2, unfortunately, the animation wasn't as great. You know, like it's kind of a letdown. But Garo, everything to do with Garo's my favorite character. Yeah, that guy, he's just a monster, bro. He's just a go. I love Garo. Garo is so badass. He's so fire. I swear, when this guy looks like he shouldn't be on his deathbed, he just gets a fucking Black Clover power boost and just goes crazy again and gets stronger when he's like 1% health. It makes no sense. Saitama, funny as hell. Surprisingly deep character. King, love King. There was a fight in the manga with Flashy Flash and these two like other ninja monsters. One of my favorite fights ever, bro. I love that fight. Yeah, but there isn't even too much to say. This show was just the first season 10 out of 10. Second season, honestly, it's like a 6. But because I love Garo so much, I gave it like an 8, maybe even a 9. Like Garo for me just carries the season so hard. Even though his fights aren't as great as they are in the manga, it's really nice. Like I like Garo, love the guy. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it there. This, I have no clue what this is. Is that I think it's Land of the Illustrious actually, but I haven't seen it. Haven't seen. What is that? Is that Baki? I think it's Baki. It was like Yu Hakusho at the same time to me though, because of the one in the front. But I think it's Baki. Yeah, okay, it's Baki. Okay, this is like someone else to me. Never mind. What's this? We found out everything today, bro. Maybe I don't watch anime. Maybe I don't read manga because I don't know none. No, that's not the Promised Neverland. Is that Pun Pun? No, it's this one. Yeah, it's this shop. What is this? I don't know what this is. Like literally, I don't know what this is at all. Oh, it's Bakuman. Oh, that would make sense actually. I haven't seen this one yet, but I've heard it's really, really good. I heard it's like 5. Jojo again, just Jojo tier. Part 4. Literally, I don't know how Araki does it. With every single part, he improves. From part 1 to 2, 2 is better. For me, from part 3 to 2, 3 is better. From 4 to 3, crazy improvement. And then from part 5 to 4, I don't even know. God bless that. God bless this man, bro. Part 4, Josuke, great protagonist. Rohan, a great side character. Koichi, the GOAT, my favorite character in that part. Koichi, love his level up, his progression. Character development goes crazy. Killer Queen, the Kira, yeah. One of the coolest stands, one of the coolest character designs I've ever seen. The way he's supposed to live his life, like Kira is like a top 10 like antagonist. Love Kira. The Bites the Dust arc, top 5 arcs I've ever seen, ever. I swear to you, that shit starts off so confusing, and then once you actually understand it and it gets to the end, yeah, no, that shit is so hype. It's so good. That like it's literally so good. I haven't watched an arc like it's so long. That was just the whole way through perfect. Like it was perfect. I loved the end of the show. The Bicycle arc, so fire. The town, it's like I like the style they go for this. It's a lot slower, more chilled, and like more low key than other parts of JoJo. Like in part 1, 2, and 3, they're traveling the world, fighting vampires, crazy demons, stuff like that. But in part 4, it's like a town. And it's like there isn't even a main character at a point. It's like the town. Like Okuyasu, just seeing all these characters get their kind of like own time. The Cinderella girl with the Cinderella stand. And when any one of them dies, it hurts. Like it's sad because a piece of the town is gone. The opening's crazy. The reverse of like the second opening is so fire. One of my favorite ones. Like just the show, so good, so fire. Love JoJo. JoJo's just beautiful, bro. If you haven't watched, you can tell that I love JoJo a lot. If you haven't watched JoJo, just jump on JoJo. Tokyo Ghoul, if this is season 1, you're going A tier. But if this is everything I've seen, yeah, kind of like it's going trash tier. I don't want to cap to you. Season 1, beautiful. I'm even hearing season 1 was so loved by people. Like, it's like on my anime list, it's so high. Like, people love it. People just love it in general. And apparently, it's not even that great compared to the manga. So I'm going to read the manga at some point. I always meant to, especially because of how the show's adapted later on. Season 2, a bit rocky, but it was cool as hell seeing Kaneki with his new form. Just seeing the war and everything, even though some episodes are weird in the pacing, but you got the death scene and the most, like, one of the most iconic walks in anime when he's holding Hide. What else? And then you get to season 3. And then season 3 was like, yeah, okay. Like, season 3, the whole time, I'm like, what is happening? Like, what am I, like, because it's not like Code Geass season 2. Like Code Geass season 2, you come in and you're confused because this is not how things were before. Like, characters who are enemies are now friends, this, blah, blah, blah. But it gets explained later in the episode or even in the next episode. That shit never got explained in Tokyo Ghoul. So the whole season, you're like, okay, when they're gonna, like, tell me what's happening? Like, what's, what happened to Kaneki? Why is this guy here has a similar name to Kaneki or looks similar to Kaneki? Blah, blah, blah. You literally get nothing about Kaneki or anyone else until, like, the last episode. That's the only reason why I didn't give it like a 2 out of 10. It's because at the very end you get to see Kaneki with his black hair. But then I was confused because Kaneki with his black hair is nice. And then he was evil for some reason. Like, he was like the white hair Kaneki. Like, it made no sense to me. Literally, after the end of season 2, jumping to season 3, terrible. Like, it made no sense. And in season 4, I haven't watched that. I heard it was better than season 3. But not by like that much. But yeah. Season 1, A tier. Season 2, like C, but just because of how it was going down, yeah, it has to go in trash tier. The only one in trash. Like, literally, watch the first season, watch season 2, but I wouldn't tell you not to watch season 3. Like, it's one of those shows, and I don't like telling people not to watch the later seasons, but it's really just that bad. You might as well just read the manga. It's probably better. Black Clover. Oh my god. Black Clover. I don't know. Black Clover. I remember when this first came out, the anime. It was getting called a heavy, like, Naruto clones. Oh, the pacing is so slow. Like, people just didn't like Asta for how loud he was. I'm telling you, the first second I started this show, I fell in love with it, bro. Love Asta. One of the best main characters we have in New Gen, bro. This shit going up to 8 here, bro. I'm so sorry, bro. I love Black Clover. Like, Black Clover, Asta is so fire. He's like the biggest negative to the whole show. Has no developments. Like, he's cool. He's a cool guy, but he has no character, no development, no personality. The only time he does is when he's with Asta, and then he's actually like a cool guy. Like, then he's cool. But Black Clover, the world, even though to me, the reason why I liked it a lot was because it gave me heavy Naruto vibes, and I think I just finished Naruto like not too many months before that. And again, Naruto's my favorite anime of all time, so, obviously I was gonna like this. And then it started crafting it into like its own like thing and became its own identity, which I really, really like now. But like initially, just seeing Asta, this underdog, try to reach the top for like not similar reasons with Naruto, but the way Naruto tries to reach Hokage, he's trying to reach Wizard King. But for his one, it's to literally get rid of racism. Like, he's trying to get rid of discrimination, and just inequality in this kingdom. There's so many moments where he stands up for someone like Noelle, who's getting treated wrong by her older siblings, and they just look down on him like, what is he doing? He's a peasant. But he's always trying to do his best, surpass his limits, the freaking most iconic phrase in this show, bro. His relationship with everyone, Yami, oh my god, best sensei, bro. Best sensei New Gen anime, love this nigga, bro. Guy, at times carries the show. Sometimes he carries it, bro. He's that good. Noelle, surprisingly good, like, female character. Like, initially, she seems like the typical tsundere type, but she becomes her own person in the end, and she becomes a strong character. And one of the better females we have in New Gen, for sure. Who else is there? Vanessa, baddie. Ghosh has a sister complex, but he's a cool guy. Charmy, love Charmy. Gray, who doesn't like Gray, especially when you find out, like, Gray's real identity. For a long time, still now, for me, my favorite arc in New Gen is literally the Elf arc. That Elf arc was so fire, the twists and turns. people becoming elves, the fight between the lakes, like the real lakes. Oh my god, I didn't even think about the fucking Patry. The whole plot twist of Patry, so fire. The devil antagonist fire, like that whole arc was literally just peak. It was just the peak fiction of New Gen. It was so fire. The power system is cool. I love the power system. It's literally like you have to change as a person. Like you actually have to have character development to get a new power, like to get a new like spell and stuff, which I like a lot. In other shows, even in Black Clover, it's like in other shows, it's like, oh, you know, they're just trying to surpass their limits. You know, they're trying to like, you know, they're just fighting harder, so they get a random burst or like random, you know. But on Black Clover, you actually have to like change yourself. Like you have to actually change. You have to become better as a person basically to deserve a new spell, and it's cool. Like I like the power system a lot. The character designs, fire, Asta's designs. Even though I do think this guy gets really strong really quickly at times. Like I could have sworn one time he saw a new form and then bam, he got another new form like the next chapter. His designs always look cool. His relationship with his devil now, fire. I haven't read it like again in so long. I want to catch up. I'm gonna start reading it like this week. It's good. It's just good, yeah. If you literally just want like a fun time, action, balls to the walls action. This out of all the new gen shows, after episode 15 in anime, I swear to you, 100 like ends for 40, 50 episodes of just straight action. Like there's literally no show basically the whole HQ. If you just want action, fun time, funny characters, just literally a good time, read Black Clover. It's so sick. And the Berserk influence that it has, and Berserk's my favorite manga. It would be my favorite show ever if it wasn't for Naruto. But the Berserk influence as well just helps us so much more for me as well. Like Black Clover, love it. I love so much about it. The music as well, Haruka Mirai, the first opening, uncontested best like use of an opening in anime, bro. Every single time, chills. Asta vs Vetto, best fight, bro. I love that fight. Next show is Demon Slayer. Now, I used to be a Demon Slayer hater. I don't lie. I still am. I still kind of am. But I can't deny and say that season 1 wasn't something beautiful, bro. That Rui and Tanjiro scene, the Hinokami like dance, yeah, kind of I started getting a little emotional. I don't lie. My eyes started tearing up a little bit. I'm gonna have to make it up. I won't lie, with this show, even though I used to hate it, kind of like this show is fire. Like I say, I used to. I'm not like I hate it, but I just didn't think it was as good as everyone said it was, and I still don't. But with the movie as well, yeah, this show it's pretty good. Demon Slayer is pretty good. Like the first season, you couldn't give it anything under like 8 out of 10. Honestly, like I'm even saying 8 is kind of low. I give it a 9, even a 10 at one point. The Hinokami Kagura dance, whatever, the fight with Rui literally was the best moment of the year. That's what blew it up to this massive proportion. That little like scene in episode 19, Tanjiro and Nosuke and Zenitsu, love all 3 of them. It's like, I've heard someone say it and it's so true. It's like 3 of them are all different sides of protagonists. Tanjiro's kind of like the sane, stable, calm thinking one. And Nosuke's the crazy, chaotic, like, angry side of the protagonist, and Zenitsu's like the scared, nervous, unsure side of the protagonist. And it makes sense. Like, literally, whenever all 3 of them together, everything just flows so well. Like, every time they're all together, even if they're just talking, it's so interesting. Like, you're just interested in what they're saying, even though they may not be saying much. You could just be playing around and just talking about how Zenitsu gets scared or something. Like, it's good. Nezuko, well, everyone knows Nezuko. I don't even need to talk about Nezuko. Literally, she got so popular, bro. Like, relax, bro. She's like, what, 12 years old? I know, I would still. But, what else? Animation, animation was fire. The story's good. Like, it's a normal story, but it's like a typical shonen story, but done like better. I like Tanjiro a lot as well, because he's in a protagonist where it's like, even though I love Naruto, some of these niggas he should have let die. But with Tanjiro, it's kind of like, like he doesn't want to kill, but he knows if he has to, he will take out a person. Like he will kill that devil if he has to. Sorry, demon. Which I like a lot about him. because other protagonists be like, no, like, come to the good side. We'll find a way to fix this, blah blah. And this nigga Tanjiro don't care, bro. If you're trying to smoke him, he'll smoke you first, bro. Like, and that's what I like a lot about him. Yeah, there isn't too much to say about the show, but it's actually a really, really good show. Again, another show that if someone hasn't watched anime before, I'd say this is honestly a pretty good show to put them on. I feel like I know this one. Like, I haven't read it before, but I don't know. Seven Deadly Sins. This hurts the most, I won't lie. Like, I'm low-key tearing up because this was literally like the most hyped show. Like, was it 2018 when it came out? Like, it was literally like everyone loved Seven Deadly Sins. It was to the point where people who didn't watch anime knew about Seven Deadly Sins. Like, for me anyway, that's how it felt like. And it was crazy. The hype was so crazy. Season 1 came in, bang. Season 2, oh my god. Season 2, one of my favorite second seasons to a show, bro. The 10 Commandments, one of the coolest groups, bro. The way they pulled up, bro. That one fight with Meliodas, he fights all of them. Like, bro, it was so sick. The whole storyline of him trying to get his power, like, it was so fire. If it was back then, it was A tier easily. It was literally going near top of A tier. But, bro, I watched like the first 2-3 episodes of season 2? No, season 3. After they switched studios to Studio D and everything went downhill. Bro, that shit hurt so much. Like, it just didn't hit the same. Like, it hit nowhere near the same. I don't know what happened. The blood, I was watching, the blood was white. It was white, then it went to purple smoke, and it went to red in the same episode. This is like when I was watching online illegally. I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? I'm not watching this no more. It hurt so bad. Like, the Meliodas, funny, the Sins in general, the group, such a nice group. Like, every single one of them gets their own time, their own backstory. Like, they're all such great characters. I do hear that the later season, or the newest season, like, is actually good. The animation isn't as bad, but it's like, it's actually good, but I don't know. I'll have to read the manga instead. But because of what happened, I'd have to put it down. I was thinking D tier, maybe even trash, but I don't think it's that bad. I'll put it in C. I'll put it in C tier. Just because of the first 2 seasons, I think were so strong. It had some of the most hype moments too. Bro, when Meliodas catches that spear in that one episode, like, episode, is that 1 or 2? It was really, really early on. When he catches that spear and he throws that shit back across the fucking country. Yeah, that scene, everyone was on their show. That show was so hype. And then you get to season 2 where he had his old group pull up, and his old group are scary and way more powerful than him, and he was the strongest character. Like, nah, that just alone leaves it at least C tier. I at least love the show. But here we are now, bro. Downfall. Jujutsu Kaisen. Here I am, the #1 hater of Jujutsu Kaisen, bro. Jujutsu shits, and bro. Oh my god, most overrated show I've seen in my life. And I'm being for real. Like, I ain't even trying to joke. This show is so overrated. It's so overrated, yet this shit is still so good. Like, it's the first season, so fire. Like, it was really, really, really good. Gojo, everyone loves Gojo. Who doesn't? Best character. Yuji, pretty good protagonist. Who else is there? There's a panda. The panda's cool. There's one girl with glasses. Yeah, she's whoever. Who? I'm trying to think of some. Fushiguro. Yeah, he was cool as hell. Megami, gay ass name, but love the guy. The guy was so cool. The story was fine. The animation, fire. The soundtrack, don't really remember it, but the first 2 openings, pretty good. Jujutsu Kaisen was literally a solid show. Not really much I can say about it, to be honest. Like, it was just really, really good. If you like anything to do with demons, if you like Demon Slayer, you'll love Jujutsu Kaisen. Literally, like, if you like Demon Slayer, I wouldn't really say Parasyte, but kind of like in that same vein. If you liked any of those kind of shows, you'll like Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, everyone likes it. Dragon Ball, don't remember enough of it to rate it. The original Dragon Ball, I've actually watched some of it. Like, I'm on episode 60, so I'm not like too far in, but I honestly would give it a B tier. Goku's just a happy guy. I just love seeing Goku. Bulma, Roshi, Krillin. Krillin is funny as hell as well, especially in the English version in the original Dragon Ball. The fighting is cool. Like, obviously it's only animation, you have to give it like a bit of a leeway, but The first tournament, I saw the first tournament with Roshi. That thought was cool. The one where Goku fights Roshi, he learns the Kamehameha. Like it's cool. So far, it's really, really nice. I like it. Like I don't think it's like a lot of people told me to skip it because it isn't important to Z, but it seems like it's pretty important to the story. Like it's good. Like it's really, really good, and I'm glad I didn't listen to them because I like it a lot. Stars Align, never watched Shidona is Kaguya Lover's War. If I could make like a tier for like best romance of all time or some shit, it would go there. But this Lover's War, literally the best rom-com I've ever seen. Not just an anime, literally just straight up. This one of the funniest shows I've seen. One of the shows where you actually like, because most of the time it's like I'm seeing these two characters, they always do the same thing. It's like, oh, I don't think he likes me. I don't think she does. And when like one of them show that they like them, they don't show that they like it is going to this massive circle and cycle of just, you know, oh my god, I think they like me, then they don't because they're not doing this thing, blah blah blah. You know, fucking rents a girlfriend. That's its whole existence is literally that. But with this, they actually progress. Like they actually progress in the show. You actually want to see them like, you know, get close to each other because Kaguya, favorite character of the show. Kaguya is so cool, bro. She's so adorable, funny, strong. Like Kaguya's fire. I'm trying to remember the president's. Was it Shinomiya? Or was that Kaguya's surname? I forget. I said Kaguya my favorite character. I completely forgot. Tied with Ishigami. That guy, oh my god, this guy would never fail to get me to laugh, bro. The way he'd always want to go home. His fucking character development in season 2, bro, like his backstory, yeah. I literally, there's not one moment everyone knows about, that gave me chills. I love this guy. Ishigami, Ishigami's my favorite character. That's Kaguya. Chika, everyone knows the Chika dance, adorable character. I don't know if you can't really see her, but she's there. The like secretary, she's cool. Like she has her own like arc. It's cool. Literally, if you just want to have like a feel good anime and have a good time while laughing, just watch Lover's War. Lover's War is such a good show. Like I love it a lot. This is like I forget what it's called. But I haven't seen it yet. This I really wanted to watch this Carol on Tuesday. I just haven't yet, but I know it won awards for like, you know, great music because it's literally a music anime. Just haven't seen enough of it, so I can't really say. Food Wars. Yeah, Food Wars. I haven't finished it yet. I want to see, and I finished season 2. I need to go to season 3. Yeah, season 3, the beginning of it. Food Wars. Yeah. No, you could. If you told me before I watched the show that you'll find cooking as hype as some of the best fight scenes you've seen in anime, I would have told you you're capping. You should suck my dick. But after watching this video, after watching this anime, nigga, you will not be wrong. I swear to God. Somehow, seeing this man cut food is as hype as some of the best fight scenes I've ever seen in an anime, bro. Soma, a top tier new gen protagonist. Like, he's literally in that top 3 easily. Soma is so fire. He's so overpowered in this show, but it makes sense because he's worked so hard for it. Like, he works so hard for what he does. He always experiments, he's always cooking, he's always working harder than literally everyone else in the school. He's always coming out with these crazy dishes that just somehow work. So much flexing. You know when he takes out that fucking bandana or whatever that shit is, he puts on his head like it is right now, you know he's about to go to work and go crazy. The music they play for the fights, intense as hell, and makes everything so much more intense. The other characters like Megumin, Erika. Arena. I'm trying to think. There's that naked guy as well. Now that sounds kind of weird if you haven't seen the show. I'm forgetting the characters again. I haven't watched like anime or some of these like in a year or some plus. But it's really, really good. It's intense. It's about food. So if you watch this and you're on a diet or something, kind of like watch it after you get off the diet because this thing will pull you off of it. The food that they cook, the desserts they cook, it looks so, so beautiful. I remember trying to do a diet when I was watching this. It didn't work. It literally didn't work. Every single episode, I'd have to go eat something crazy because they're always making something crazy. Yeah, it's a really, really good show. Liked it a lot. Animation was good. Characters are good. Story is good. You just want to see someone do his best. Again, it's another show where it's just really enjoyable. Like, isn't anything like crazy serious. It's just a really enjoyable show. So, yeah, that's definitely A tier. This, don't know. 10 Residents, heard this is crazy. Haven't seen it yet. Prison School, man, I'm having a lot of A tiers, and I don't really like them. I'm gonna have to make like an A+. I don't lie. Because Prison School, I'm debating even S. I don't even cap to you. Because this was, I've never, like, it's very, very rarely that I've laughed this hard at a show before. Every single scene was funny in this show, bro. Like, everything. The shower scene, oh my god, I swear to you, I was crying of laughter every single episode. Anime is funny, but it's never funny to that extent. But Prison School was a different show. It was so good. It was so funny. It's literally show like about the bros being hardy, and like, it's so good, bro. Like, I'm not gonna say too much on it because there's already much to say. But if you literally want to watch a funny ass show about just boys being boys, and there's some like fan service too, watch this. This is one of the funniest shows I've seen. Like, I love Prison School. I heard it does fall off in the manga, and the latest stuff isn't really as good. But the first season of this, yeah, it was so fire. It was so good. Great Teacher Onizuka. I wish I've seen this, but I haven't, and I've heard it's so great. Code Geass, finally another S tier anime to put up. Code Geass, Lelouch, one of the greatest protagonists ever, like a top 5 of all time. The story, crazy. The characters, all great. What's her name? Kallen, I think it is. Yeah, Kallen, the girl with red hair. Fire. C2 is like in my top favorite females of all time. I love C2. The way that the plot just like evolves, like it goes from some like serious, more like too serious, to like some crazy stuff, especially in the second season when you find out the truth about the Geass, like all the other Geasses that they have. Just when you find out like who Lelouch really is. Like, I'm not gonna talk again for too much on this one because I don't want to say like anything spoilery, but it's one of the best, if not the best ending I've seen in the anime as well. Just everything about the show is fire. Literally can't think of really any flaw. Like, it's just such a really good show. It's smart. If you like something like Death Note, you'll love this because it's a very smart show that I like plot twists and intricate details and stuff you have to pay attention for. It's really good. What's this? What's that? Is that Decadence? Well, I have to check it now. Here we go. Get down on it. Get down on it. It's Decadence. I haven't watched it yet. Heard it was good. People were calling it AOT clone at first, but I heard that it was like its own thing in the end. Gurren Lagann. Yeah, another S tier show. Gurren Lagann. One of the most inspirational shows you've ever seen. Simone, for me, he's like in my top 4 favorite characters of all time. Like, yeah, his development's so fire. Kamina, amazing side character. Yuko, fire female. The rest of the group it feels like a big family. Like, it feels like a big family, and you love all the characters in the group. Whenever any of them dies, it hurts, especially in that last battle when some people were just going left, right, and center. It was tough. The anime ending of the last fight was fire. Like, it was so sick. But honestly, when you get to the last fight, just watch the movie's version instead. The movie's version, literally a top 3 without debate. I'm not even saying for me, without debate, a top 3 fight of all time. That fight, the animation, seeing Gurren Lagann and everything, like, bro, I'm not gonna say no more on that fight before I start going on a 1 hour talk about the fight alone. The animation, everything was so fire. Like, it's literally a 11 out of 10 fight. Craziest fight I've seen, bro. Everything about the show is so good. Like, it's another feel-good show. The plot isn't crazy. It's more about like the vibes and how you feel. Like, it's a really good show. It's a really nice show. Everyone should watch it. Like, anyone can watch it. New people to anime may find it kind of weird, but if you've watched enough, watch Gurren Lagann because you'll just enjoy it. It's a really good time. It's a mecha anime. Normally, I don't really like mecha like that, but it's not even really the main point of the show anyway. It's like, you don't mind it. Code Geass as well is a mecha anime too, but again, it's the same thing. It's not really about the mechas. Like, if you don't like mechas, you're fine. Trust me. It's more about the characters and just other stuff too. It's a really, really good show. In my top 5, love it. Baki, have not seen. Have not seen this cycling one. Jojo, let's put up here. Let's put in order. Part 2, literally just an improvement of part 1. Joseph, funniest Jojo. Not my favorite, but easily the funniest. Cars, a really cool villain. The music again, like I've already talked about JoJo, you know, like it's JoJo, perfect, literally 10 out of 10. God of High School, potential to be A tier, came down to be like C or D tier. I can't lie. I think I would put it in D tier, C tier, sorry. Yeah, like the animation was so fire. Han versus Mori, such a fire fight. The animation was so sick. Different angles, the perspectives, the way they changed the color scheme as well in the end and the art style, so fire. It had the potential to be a fire show because it was literally a show about fighting, a tournament arc. It was literally it was tournament arc, the anime, and somehow they fucked it up, and I don't know how they did it. Like, it literally should have been so good. It really should have been like a staple, like a new staple in anime, but it just wasn't. They just flopped it. I really wish they could have done better with it because it had so much potential. So much for how many chapters they had as well. They had so much potential to be such a really good show. But here we are. It's sad. What's this? Is this what I think it is? Because if it is, one, I'm sorry for insulting it, but 2, one of the greatest shits I've ever seen. Oh, it's Rainbow. I haven't seen Rainbow, but I've heard Rainbow was really good. That's unfortunate. Dr. Stone. Damn, A's getting kind of full, you know. These are actually good shows, bro. Dr. Stone. People found this. Some people said it was boring. Nigga, suck my dick. Shit's about science and it's so fucking interesting. I haven't finished season 2, like I'm halfway there. But season 1 alone was so sick. Senku was a really good protagonist. Like, it's, again, another top new gen protagonist. Senku was just a cool guy, like wanted to do good, wants to bring everyone back. I like the whole dynamic between him and Tsukasa. Senku wants to bring back the only good-hearted. Senku wants to bring back everyone because everyone deserves a chance to be alive. But Tsukasa only wants to bring back younger people because when people get older, they become more corrupt and more evil. So he wants to bring back the genuinely good-hearted people so the world can be a better place. And there's a conflict there, and I like it a lot. The story, that's really the story. The animation is good. Like, it's anything crazy, but it's really good. The characters, you like all the characters. Kinro, Ginro, what's her name again? There's a blonde girl, I forget her name. Oh my god. Kohaku, there we go. Kohaku, her sister, the rest of the village is fire. His 2 friends in the very beginning, I forget the names. But they're really cool too. The second season is like a war arc, and it's so far it's like an infiltration arc, and it's really cool. Like, the show's really good. Dr. Stone, just another solid show. Like, they have actually like a lot of solid new gen shows. I won't lie. What's this? Let's see. This Tokyo Ghoul manga then. Well, I don't count it because I haven't read the manga, but well, I already have it here. What's this? I'm just waiting. Did they not have Berserk here? If Berserk ain't here, I'm gonna be complaining. I'm gonna be fired. Rurouni Kenshin. I've always wanted to read this, but I just haven't got time. Hunter x Hunter. Hunter. Okay. Now, even though there's shows I like about Hunter, like Jojo, Naruto, Berserk, stuff like that, right? Hunter, this is a show I could do like a 10-hour video on. Like, I swear to God, I could do a 10-hour video, lay it out, everything, even just men alone, 5 hours. This show it's just one of the best. Like, it's one of the best. It is one of the most, I feel like it's just so good. It's one of the most well done shows I've ever seen. Gon as a protagonist just fits so well for the story. Killua, his like counterparts, he's so good. His development is so amazing. Kurapika, my favorite character in the show. His whole stuff with his clan is so sick and it's just really engaging. Leorio, even though I wish they showed more of him in the show, just love Leorio as like the father of the group in a way. It sounds like a simple adventure by some boy looking for his dad, but then it gets so much more darker and more detailed than you think it would. Like, especially when the Chimera Ant arc, what people call one of the best arcs in anime, which I agree is one of the best arcs I've ever seen. When that starts, there's literally a certain vibe you get. Once they hit that place, there's a certain darker vibe you get, even though none happens. And that whole arc, the whole arc in a whole, was amazing. Even though it takes a little while to start off, I won't lie, it takes like a good 15 episodes to like actually get into like the proper action. But when it does, one of the best countdowns I've ever seen in anime. One of the greatest fights I've seen in anime. The greatest development I've seen in anime. Like, bro, it has everything. Everything, bro. It's such a good arc. It's such a good show. My favorite arc is the York New arc. The arc with Kurapika, Gon and Killua, just too fire. It was so sick. Seeing the Phantom Troop, I kind of include the York New arc to be like the, what's it called again? The tournament arc as well, like all that kind of whole like area. So you get the whole tournament arc before that, where it's Gon and Hisoka, that firefight. You get Kurapika and the Phantom Troop. You get Uvogin and Kurapika, another firefight. There's so much to the show. Nen, even though JoJo's my favorite power system, and I say it's the best, Nen is honestly better. Nen is like, it's so deep and detailed. With JoJo's kind of like how, like who you are. With Hunter, it's similar to that, like kind of who you are, like what kind of like out of the 5 like natures you get. But then there's so much more. Like it's so long to explain. But honestly, once you've watched this show, you know how deep Nen can be. Nen is such a complicated system. You can literally write a book just on Nen alone. It's so deep. You can literally read 5 books on it. The animation is so good for something that came out like how many years ago now? I think it's really 10 years ago or something like that. Like when it started. That's crazy. It's been a while. Literally everything. The music as well. Like it's a top 5 OSTs in anime ever. Kingdom of Predators never fails to hit. Meruem as well. Meruem was an antagonist you see at some points. Crazy development too. Yeah, like that's crazy fights, amazing characters, great, amazing story. There's literally almost no flaws about the show. I guess there's an issue where people said the narrator talks a bit too much sometimes, but I was fine with that. That didn't bother me at all. Like this is literally, I know I say peak fiction, blah blah blah, but if there was a show that had called peak fiction, it would literally be Hunter x Hunter. Like the lowest tier you can get for any arc is like maybe like B. And that's the first arc. That's at the very first arc, and that's understandable. But every other arc is literally A or S. It's just so good. And the manga, the Dark Continent stuff, I hear that stuff is fire too. Just, yeah, Hunter x Hunter is just, it's in a league of its own. I won't lie. And it's not even finished. Like, it ain't even finished. It's been gone. It's basically been gone for how many years, and it's still this highly beloved and rated. Like, Hunter x Hunter's just different, bro. Death Note, one of my favorite shows. Light, literally like top 3 protagonists for me. Yeah, top 3 or top 4, like in my list somewhere. Yeah, Light, he's so sick, bro. Like Light, I love the way his mindset is once he gets to Death Note. Like before that, him and Ryu kept the same mentality where this world is boring. They want to like do something with their life. But as soon as he gets to Death Note, he starts to become like a god. Like the way he wants to be. Like he starts to become like a god. He starts to believe that no one can do anything in this planet without him, given the say so. Excuse me. Like he takes it on himself to become the executioner of the world, and you see how it deforms him and changes him into like, you want to say a madman, but he's still so calculated about everything. Like the way he still keeps his brains. But whenever he loses the Death Note, you see that he's just a normal dude. And it just shows how power can corrupt people. Like anyone who has good intentions like Light does. But once he got the Death Note, he started to become some crazy madman. Like he goes down, turns into some kind of monster in a way. And I just love his character development and his whole philosophy, like perfect character. L, even though I do think L's overrated, like a bit overrated. L is an amazing like antagonist, I guess. Yeah, the whole dynamic between them trying to find out who's Light, who's Kira, when it's Light, and then he's working with L, and this L's whole thing, like the whole rivalry there is so fire. Those first like 20 some episodes, literally 10 out of 10 the whole way through. Death Note is it's such a good show. Again, if you like Code Geass, you'll like Death Note, because Death Note is a show about plot twists, outsmarting, smart protagonist, smart antagonist. Just literally the only issue is that like the last like 8-ish episodes kind of fall off a little bit, and the way that it ends with that character Nier is kind of like annoying, but I still gave the show like a 10. I still think I think it's literally so good enough that those last 8 episodes don't impact it as much as other people say it does. Yeah, Death Note, literally, so there's a reason why it's a classic anime. Everyone knows Death Note. Vinland Saga, oh brother, another S tier. My voice is hurting, bro. What the fuck? Vinland Saga. Thorfinn, a great character. Like, even though he didn't really get too much development, he had a great like beginning. Seeing his father die, the way he reacted, his like, you have to actually respect this guy for how much he wants revenge. Like his whole goal and his whole like bloodlust to kill this guy Askeladd is actually crazy. Like his whole life he lives for it. Askeladd, my favorite character from the show, literally like an S tier villain. At a point you don't even call him a villain. I guess he's an antagonist, but like even then it doesn't even feel like one sometimes. Torkel, just a fun character. Torkel, I can't blame people for having him as the favorite because he's just a fun guy. Crazy strong as well, crazy guy. Thorfinn's dad, just a chill guy. Shame that he had to go and everything so early. The story is really, really good. The character, like relationships are so good. The fight scenes are sick as hell. Just everything about it's really, really good. Vinland's a good show. It's like, for me, it's hard for me to talk about because it's more of like a slower paced show. And it's just something you should watch yourself. Like, I don't really want to explain it too much because it's kind of hard to talk about spoiling like a lot of stuff because I already spoiled a little bit there. But if you want a good show about Vikings and you want crazy character development, like the prince has some fire ass character development I don't think gets talked about enough. This show's for you if you like anything like that. Like, it's just a really, 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 really good show. And the ending, one of the best endings I've seen. Probably like a top 3 ending for me in the season. I won't lie. What is this one? Let me see. Road to the Wind. Oh, I've heard of this. I heard it was actually kind of good, but I have no watched it. Beastars. Finally, another B tier. But nah, it sounds like I'm happy to put in a B tier, but Beastars is really good. I think Beastars is a really, really good show. What is it? Season 1, A tier. Season 2, I haven't finished all of it, but I will say that it wasn't as good as Season 1, so I'll put it in B. Season 1 had really cool ideas with Legoshi and this girl about how, what's her name? Haru? I feel like it was Haru. But him and this girl, where it was like, did he actually like her for who she was, or was it lust, or was it hunger because she's a rabbit? And the whole dynamic there, the whole thing, the whole mystery is the mystery of like who killed the llama. It was a llama? I forget. Like that one animal. Yeah, whoever killed the animal, like going through the school, seeing Legoshi's character development, all of the events that happen. It's also a CGI anime, which normally would put me off, but the CGI is really, really good in the show. Like, it's the best I've seen in the show. Everything is really good about the show. The Rui, was his name Rui? I feel like it was Rui. The deer, like, he's not an antagonist, but like, he's kind of like antagonizes like Legoshi, like every now and again. He has like really good moments, especially in season 2. Just everything about the show, it's a really good show. Like, it's nice. Isn't it crazy? The shows, that's why it's in B tier, but it's like a good ride. Like, I liked it a lot. The first season ends off like really, really nice. Like, it's a show that I would say you should get into, but a lot of people put it off because, furry anime and everything, but it's actually really good. I liked it a lot. Mob Psycho, another S tier show. My throat is actually gonna die. Like it's actually in pain. What the fuck? Okay. Mob Psycho 100. This show, another S tier show. Mob Psycho, the character developments in the show, the character development of Mob, Reagan. This show is like a show, even though there's powers and there's all these like, you know, different sidekicks and all that stuff. And as some of the greatest fights in anime, don't get me wrong, some of the greatest. It's more about the characters themselves. Like, it's really about how Mob changes a person, how he changes other people around him. Like, yes, okay, you get some crazy fights where this one nigga's teleporting everywhere and like he's beating like 10 people. Like, it's fire, it's so sick. But it's really just about Mob and how he becomes into his own, because initially he's like a kid who like agreed to anything. He's timid, he won't like believe in himself. But after meeting Reagan, his life kind of changes and just like starts to become his own. And it's just a good story and seeing like how he changes and how he becomes more confident in his person, like in himself. Yeah, like it's a nice show. I liked it a lot. So Reagan, one of the funniest characters, and he's also a great sensei too in anime. The side characters, they're all really, really good. The way the show goes, like it's just like a nice, simple ride, but you also get crazy action on top of it. Some nice ass animation from Bones. Bones don't miss when it comes to animation. So if you like One Punch Man, you might like Mob Psycho. Like, cause it's kind of in a similar vein-ish in a way. But I would say Mob Psycho is a better show, honestly. Like, Mob Psycho is just, it's so good. Like, you get action, you get characters, you get animation, you get anything you want in an anime. And Mob, an adorable ass guy, bro. Who doesn't love Mob? Toriko, have not seen. King and Asher, I want to read the manga. My Hero Academia. I think this is another A tier as well. I haven't finished season 5, so maybe that'll drag it out to B, because kind of like season 4 was low-key underwhelming, because I thought that overhaul arc was going to be so crazy, but it was kind of, it was okay. Like, I think it was just, But Peak My Hero, season 3, season 2, yeah, that shit, when that shit was out, that shit was untouchable. Like, Black Clover was out too, but it was all about My Hero. That season 2, Todoroki versus Deku fights, what else? We had Muscular versus Deku, All for One versus All Man, like all those fights, yeah. That was just Peak My Hero. I know it's so fire. I love My Hero. I like Deku a lot. Bakugo, love him. Endeavor, I love the way he comes into his own later in the show, and he's the best fight. He has the best fight in season 4 at the end of it versus High End. All Might, literally like right there with Yami for best like sensei of the new gen. I don't think he's one of the best of all time too. The story about Deku wanting to become the #1 hero, interesting as hell. I love superheroes. So literally having anime, I love anime, love superheroes. So if you have an anime with the superheroes in it, automatically it's gonna be one of my favorites, and I love the show. Great animation, great characters. Even though not all the class gets like, you know, utilized or given their own time to shine, most of them do by season 4, and it's really, really good. Just love the show. It's really nice. And I heard next season, from what I know, should be a crazy arc, like a crazy war arc. And I hope it does well, because Bones, I did hear with season 5, and I can tell from what I've seen so far, it was a bit rocky. I won't lie. Season 5 was a bit iffy. Like, yeah, it was kind of disappointing. So I hope next season is really good. Like, I hope it is. Fullmetal Alchemist. I'm assuming this is gonna be Brotherhood. Like, yeah. Fullmetal Alchemist. Yeah, again, I mentioned it earlier. This, literally, if I was gonna call a show like anything, this is like vanilla. It's the way that everyone likes it. Like, it's just a really, really well-made show. I don't think it does anything exceptionally crazy, but I think it has like amazing characters, amazing action, amazing like story. Like, I think it does everything really, 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 really good, but nothing like exceptionally crazy. Like with Jojo, you can say it's like the stats are like so crazy. Hunter, you can say it's the character development, Geass, the storytelling, stuff like that. But with Fullmetal, it does everything to such like a high degree, like a high standard, but nothing like crazy like that in my opinion. So that's why I have it like as the vanilla of anime. But I isn't it to like knock it down, because the story is so fire. Especially the second half of the story, it's so crazy. seeing Ed and Al trying to retrieve their bodies after what happened with their mother is so interesting. Um, the main antagonist, this like the sins, basically the homunculi, also fine. They all get their own time to shine, and envy's moments, especially him, and also they lust. Envy and lust have the best moments of the shows. Not not really for them, but it's kind of what happens to them. It's so sick. I love it. It's fire. It's so fire, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna kill myself for that one. But it's really good. The show's really, really nice. It's like just there's like not really you really can complain about. Like it's a really, really solid show. It's solid. That's another word. It's just a really solid show. It does everything right. It doesn't do anything really wrong. So the only slightest show it has is the ending to me. The ending antagonist is low key. The fight is low key unsatisfying, but the rest of the show easily makes up for it. And over time, I learned to forgive it. So it's really good. Doro. I forget most of the show, but I do remember loving it enough to put it into like an A tier, maybe even S. But I do not remember enough of it to put it in rank, so I'm gonna leave it down here. Hajime no Ippo, oh god. Yeah. And this is not even in order, but I just need to put this there. Hajime no Ippo. Kuroko's basketball. Loved Kuroko. Most hype I saw in an anime, right? I get told to watch Hajime no Ippo. I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna be good, but it's not gonna be, nearly as good as like Kuroko. The way I was so wrong off just watching the first episode alone, bro, this shit is so. I will watch season 1, so I haven't watched the latest season yet. Season 1 is literally so good, it's so inspirational. I swear to you, every time you watch a fight, you want to get up and do boxing. You literally want to go and exercise every time you see any character do anything in the show. Ippo's character development from a wimp to someone believing in himself is so fire. Bro, seeing his biggest hater turn into his biggest fan, that shit is so good, man. It's so nice. His mom, the greatest mom in anime, easily, hands down, and I've only seen her in this one season. She works so hard to do good by her son. The cast literally, just like Jojo. I didn't talk about the cast enough in Jojo, but the cast in like Hajime no Ippo, every single one of them feels so real and it's so good. His trainer, Aoki, Kimura, Takamura especially, oh my god. The heavyweight world champion, this GOAT, bro, like every single character, they get their many moments to shine. They're all funny as hell. It's surprisingly hilarious as well. It's surprisingly so funny. You'll be dying every other episode for some dumb joke, and it's actually like so good. The fights, this came out like early 2000s or something, bro. The animation is so fire in a lot of these fights. The action is so good. Every single fight is so entertaining. There's always stakes. It always feels like Ippo could lose at any moment, and then it feels like he could win. Then it goes back and forth. It's so fire. There's heartbreak in the show while feeling some of the best feelings you've ever felt towards a show. Literally, the end of the show basically got me crying because of just how beautiful it was. Like Hajime no Ippo is such a good show. Like season 1 alone, I would literally call it perfect. This is something you need to watch. This is something everyone needs to watch. Even though it's a big manga, like it's known, I still think it's underrated for how many people still haven't gotten to the show. It's so good. So good. I couldn't think of a flaw. Like I literally have no flaws with the show. It is so beautiful, and it's about boxing. I didn't even like boxing before coming into this, and now I love it because of Ippo. Ippo literally made me love boxing. So good. I've seen a bit Desperate, but not enough. Samurai Champloo, I have not. This is the painful one. This is almost as painful as Seven Deadly Sins. This was literally like A, maybe even S tier for some people. It was definitely A tier for me. And that second season, yeah. Season 1 was so good. See, like this is even worse than Kan Tokyo Ghoul, where I'm like, oh, don't watch the later seasons. For this one, it's literally just watch season 1 and just don't carry on. Or just read the manga. Literally just read the manga, because if you go for season 1 and you want to watch season 2, you'll be so disappointed, bro. Season 2, they skipped so much. It was just so trash. Like, I don't even want to get into it because I'll just start getting annoyed at how they flopped it so bad. It was so much potential. It literally was already up there. It was already up there as one of the biggest, most beloved shows and they messed it up because the first season had such a crazy concept, and season 2 was gonna explore that, but it just didn't do it well, and just did stuff so terribly, bro. Like, it's sad. Like, season 1, it's so good, but in this case, unlike 736, I don't think season 2, I don't think season 1 was good enough to carry this up to like a high tier for me. I think this is literally trash. Okay, now we have now we got the greatest of all time. Okay, above, bro. My throat's hurting, but I might have to go on a fucking Naruto rant, bro. What the hell? Just drink some water, but I don't have any water near me. Now, I know the show ain't perfect. I know the War Arc has flaws. I know, see, Power's better than Shippuden, just in case you don't know. I know that the War Arc, isn't that great. There's some stuff in the rest of Shippuden that ain't that great because it's filler. At least with Power, most of the fillers in the last 80 episodes, so you don't have to like watch it, you can just skip it. But when I tell you, I've never fell in love so hard with anime like that Naruto. Like, Naruto is literally the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's my favorite thing of all time. Not like anime or manga, literally my favorite thing of all time. Naruto, as a kid, loved it. When I got older, literally, just love Naruto so much. I love the characters. I love Naruto is my favorite character of all time. Has my favorite fight of all time, Naruto and Sasuke in the Final Valley, the second one. The antagonists, every single one of them are amazing. Madara, one of my favorites of all time. Just a boss ass nigga. Just does whatever he wants. The music, my favorite music, his favorite soundtrack in all of anime. Love Sora Sadness, love Stronger Strike. I love the Naruto. I love everything. Love the filler, even though the filler is like an issue. That is an issue. Sometimes it's unbearable, other times it's not. It has also my most hated filler placement ever in the show, and most hated filler arc. But Naruto, there's so much good in it. The story of him becoming from an underdog to Hokage, seeing him actually finally get there was so satisfying. The fights are so good. The different jutsu, the world building, the tuning exams. There's so many fight arcs in the first part. Tuning exams, Zabuza, the Sasuke retrieval arc, Tsunade's arc. They've literally so many A-S tier arcs in the show. Sasuke's whole thing with his Itachi was so fire. Finally got the truth about Itachi. One of my favorite twists in the anime as well, up there with AOT's twist that you'll see in season 5, the next season of AOT. What else? I'm gonna try to keep it a lot more shorter. I know I keep saying that, but I want to try and keep it shorter because literally I could do a whole 24-hour video on Naruto. I love Naruto. The characters are so fire. I love the look of the show, the fights, everything is so good. Everything about this show is so good. It's such a feel-good show at the same time with some crazy plot sometimes too. Just, it's so good. I love Naruto. Love seeing him always trying to do his best. Even though I did say about how Naruto, should let some of these niggas die. I love how he always tries to do his best to bring the good out of people. Just every single Kakashi, crazy guy, crazy Obito, Madara, everything, bro. The Pain arc, don't get me started on the Pain arc. I think he is the best antagonist I've seen in a show. He literally opposes Naruto so well, while also being so similar to him too. And that whole story there, Kishimoto, this guy was on ecstasy when he made that, because that shit is fucking perfect. 10 out of 10. Naruto, literally, even though I know it has some flaws and stuff, it's always gonna have a special place in my heart. Always number one. It's literally just peak fiction. I love the show so much. It's unbeatable. Literally, I don't think it'll ever change from being Naruto, honestly. But the one show that contested that, I won't lie, Naruto was my favorite for literally my whole life. For 18, 19 years. The only show that contested that is this one right here. Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, this show is a different breed. It's a one of a kind. We're not gonna get another Attack on Titan. This show, from episode 1 to the end of the manga, straight fire. I don't know how this guy Isayama did it, but he made literally such a crazy plot. Every single time there's a twist, there's a turn, and there's another twist on top of that turn, and then you get crazy characters. Eren, one of the greatest character developments I've seen in a character ever, like easily. He's in my top like 4 characters for like development. He's so good. The way he just switches stuff up at season 4, and the way he's like a whole like different show in a way. The plot twists in season 2, literally one of the craziest ever, like one of my favorites of all time too. The story is so good, the animation was so good, the soundtrack was so good, bro. The characters, like everything was so good. Literally until Mappa took it, this was basically a 10 out of 10 show. Like it still is really, really good. I still have it as a 10 out of 10 overall basically, but Wit did something special with the show. Wit like literally took it out the park. This, I would give it its own tier, but I'm tired of making tiers. But basically, these ones that get their own tiers, like I'm still gonna make it actually because it deserves them. But all these shows that get their own tiers are literally like my favorite shows, basically. Like not in this order, really, but yeah, these are literally my favorite ones. AOT, it's literally just a different breed of show. It's just so good. It's so well done. Everything about it is so great. Like, it's almost a flawless show, especially up to like season 3 part 2. It's basically a flawless show. You see Eren go from like, be some hard-headed fool to doubt on himself to kind of believe in himself again and start to get confident. And then in season 4, he's a whole different guy. Like he's so like, headstrong. And then when you find out what the truth is about him in like season 4 part 2, like, bro, AOT, literally everything it does, it's almost like Fullmetal Alchemist. But how if Fullmetal Alchemist would say everything's like 8 out of 10, like it's really, really good. Everything here is 10 out of 10 up to season 3 part 2. Like it's literally just a one of a kind show. Obviously you've watched the show. I don't even need to say you need to watch it. You have watched the show. Everyone's seen AOT. If you haven't, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Just iconic. What's this? Okay, Kuroko's basketball. If I'm putting it objectively, it's a B tier show. I won't lie. If I'm actually being objective, it's a B tier show. If I'm putting my enjoyment in this show, yeah, can't lie. This shit is gonna show up to S tier, bro. If I put my enjoyment for the show, then my enjoyment was literally some of the most I've ever enjoyed the show. Like it was so hype. It was so cool. Kagami, Kuroko, 2 firemen protagonists. Everyone they faced, Kisei was cool. Murasaki Bar, big purple guy was cool. I forget that green guy's name. What the hell? He's tall as well. Like, bro, Aomine, my favorite character, loves Aomine. Those ridiculous shots I've ever seen taken in the show. The characters are all lovable. The fights, the matches, every single one interesting. Like, every single one. My favorite being the rematch with Aomine and Kagami, and they have the zone. The end match was so fire. Like, everything was so good. It's a show that's kind of hard to rewatch because you know what's going to happen. And like it's not predictable, but like it's kind of like one of the shows where it's like there isn't really much rewatchability to it, but it's so fire, it's so good. Like I love Kuroko. Kuroko is in my top 20 anime alone just because of hype. Like it's so fire. Like I won't say I'm gonna put it down. I won't put it down to like B tier, but just hype alone and just how much I enjoyed the show, it was definitely in the S tier levels of hype and enjoyment. It was so good. Kuroko, if you haven't watched. Even though it is like basically superpowers of basketball, if you haven't watched sports anime before, I would honestly tell you to watch this because it's so good. Haven't watched this, watched a bit of this, but I haven't watched enough. But if I was gonna rate it, yeah, kind of C tier, really go C. But I haven't watched enough. My favorite part of Jojo, let's put it here. Yeah, this is literally just perfection. Like Giorno, best Jojo, best group. Favorite stand as well, golden experience. Ending crazy. Music, my favorite music in the part. Like I've already talked about JoJo enough to this point, so like yeah, JoJo's just different. JoJo's like a different show. And part 5 is literally perfect. Like I know I said stuff is perfect before, like this is good, this is really good, amazing, but part 5 is literally just perfect. It is a perfect part. What's this? This is D Grey Man. I think it's D Grey Man. But regardless, I haven't seen this anyways. What's this? What's like Rio or something? But yeah, like literally, Part 5 is just so good. This Slam Dunk again. OG, I don't know. I haven't seen this. It's. I want to speak more about Part 5, but like I've literally said so much in JoJo already at this point, and I'm like, again, my throat hurts. But I've heard of this before. This is kind of cool. But yeah, it's just so good. Part 5 is just literally perfect. What's this? Oh, this is Chainsaw Man. Oh shit, this is Chainsaw Man. Then fuck me. Chainsaw Man's coming up here. Damn. Chainsaw Man. Literally, when this comes out, I'll say about Blue Lock, but the way people love JJK, like Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer, when this comes out, if Mappa gives it the animation that it deserves, the animation deserves, like JJK level animation, if not more, biggest show of the year. Guaranteed. Hands down. This show, no plot armor, so like literally anyone could die anytime. Denji, the most interesting new main character. His whole goal is it's so funny, but like it works. It works. Like Denji is such a great main character. Aki, another great side character. Power, everyone loves Power. Maki, my favorite character of the show. Maki is such a crazy character. Love her. Love everything to do with her. She's so mysterious and just she's so sick. The story so good. The art, I loved the art. I loved reading Fire Punch and I loved reading Chainsaw Man. The art is so unique from Fujimoto. Yeah, Fujimoto. So good. What else is there? The ending was really nice. Coming for Part 2. I heard Part 2 got confirmed for next year. I cannot wait to read that. Chainsaw Man literally will take over. Like it will be a new Demon Slayer, new JJK if it gets the right animation. And I hope it does. Because Chainsaw Man, like, for new gen, it's my favorite one. It's my favorite new gen easily. I think it clears Vinland, Mob, what else? My Hero, Demon Slayer. I think it clears everything. Chainsaw Man, crazy. Sunken Rock, have not seen yet. And I'm pretty sure this is the one he's done as well. I forgot what it's called, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, that's my list. I really wish Berserk was here. If Berserk was here, it's literally going like up here. Like Berserk is the best story I've ever read. Best story, best main character. Antagonist is one of the greatest I've seen. Best art I've like read myself. Like Berserk is literally Naruto for me is like 0. Like it's always gonna have a place in my heart. But if I'd actually pick the number one best thing I've read or watched, it's Berserk. Hands down, like without debate, Berserk is too good. But it's not here, so I'm not gonna get into it. Cause I might just get into it like another time because bro, I'm tired. This has been going for like how long enough? I don't even know what time it is on the video. But yeah, this is it. That's the end of the tier list. This is literally basically in a way my top 10. Like it's not like in order here, but like this here, these are all my top 10 and Ippo and like One Piece and stuff. Literally all these shows like actually really, really good. I'm trying to think if I had to put you on one show. If I had to put you on one thing that isn't Berserk, because Berserk is kind of hard if you're like, not into gore. There's a lot of the R word, which I can't say as well. So it's a pretty dark show, but it's really, really good. If I had to put you on one thing that you haven't seen yet, obviously, if you haven't seen Naruto, and I understand with Naruto because it's long, but I would pick Naruto, but Naruto's long. So Naruto's like a secondary choice for sure. Naruto, I love it. Like, I'll go into more detail about this at some point. If I had to put you on one show, really one show, you've seen AOT for sure. I'm saying it's between Jojo, Hajime no Ippo, and Gurren Lagann. I think that's between those shows. Yeah, I think so. Because, yeah, and you can watch any of the shows. Devilman, I would say Devilman too, but Devilman is, again, gory, and it's a bit, like, hard to watch for some people. But if you can deal with it, then Devilman for sure. But between JoJo, Hajime, and Gurren Lagann, and depending on what you like from what I've, like, spoke about, pick your, show. This is the shortest with, like, 30-some episodes. This is, like, 75, but it's, like, 3 seasons. This is the longest one I know. It's like 150 episodes. But all of them, 10 out of 10 shows. Like literally every single one of them. With Jojo, if you don't like part 1, just get past episode 9. 9 is when part 1 ends. It's only 9 episodes in the first season. And then you get to part 2. And then from then on, pure fiction. Pure peak fiction. But yeah, this is it. This is the end of my video. I'm literally just gonna go lie down after this, edit this, and just have it up for, I don't know when, but it'll be out sometime soon. Just thank you for stopping by. I know this is a longer video, but I just wanted to do a tier list because I like doing tier lists. They're fun. And yeah, thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you later. Peace.